Hello dear student, this is Sindhu Kaushik. So this video is for final year degree student, that is final year BSc students, about vector spaces. So in that, let F be a field and capital V be any non-empty set. Any non-empty set. Here with the, let V be a non-empty set with the binary operations. With the binary operations. Vector addition. Plus and scalar multiplication. Say dot. So that is vector addition. So for alpha comma beta belongs to V, this implies alpha plus beta is also in V. If I take two elements, their sum is also belongs to V, that is vector addition. Is it okay? So second one, that is scalar multiplication, is scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication is, so where C belongs to F and alpha belongs to V. So this implies C dot alpha, that is the scalar multiplication. Here C stands for scalar. Okay. So C dot alpha is belongs to V. So that is the vector addition and scalar multiplication. Then the set V, this set is said to be vector space. Said to be vector space over the field F, if it satisfies the following conditions. So V satisfies following conditions. First condition, V comma plus is abelian group. That is, the set V with respect to addition form an abelian group. Abelian group means it must satisfy 5 conditions. First one, closure. Second one, associative. Third one, identity law. Fourth one, inverse law, inverse axiom or inverse law. Last one, commutative. Okay. So next, second one. So second condition is, say C into alpha plus beta is equal to C into alpha plus C into beta. So where C belongs to F and alpha beta belongs to the vector space V. So third condition, C plus C dash into alpha is equal to C into alpha plus C dash into alpha. For all, C and C dash belongs to F and alpha belongs to V. So fourth one, C dash into alpha is nothing but C dot C dash alpha. So last condition, so is it visible? Okay. So last condition is 1 into alpha is equal to alpha. Here I am writing last condition, 1 into alpha is equal to alpha. For all, alpha belongs to V and 1 belongs to the field F. Okay. So here also C dash belongs to F and alpha belongs to V. So this is the vector space definition. So let us recall. Here F be a field, here F is field and V be any non-empty set. with the binary operations vector addition and scalar multiplication, plus and dot. Here vector addition refers to if I take alpha beta belongs to V, then their sum is also belongs to V. Second condition, scalar multiplication, binary operation, second binary operation, scalar multiplication. C belongs to F and alpha belongs to V. Then C dot alpha, whose multiplication, C dot alpha, must be in V. Okay. So, then, this is the two binary operation. Then, the non-empty set V is said to be a vector space over the field F if it satisfies the following 5 conditions. 5 conditions. So, first, V comma plus must be an abelian group, means that non-empty set form an abelian group with respect to addition. Abelian group means what? So that set must satisfy closure law, associative law, identity law, inverse law, last one commutative law. Okay. So closure law means if I take alpha plus beta must be in V. Associative means alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma. Is it okay? Identity means alpha plus 0 is equal to alpha itself. Inverse law means alpha plus of minus alpha must be equal to 0. Here 0 is the additive identity, minus alpha is the additive inverse. What is commutative law? Alpha plus beta is equal to beta plus alpha. For all alpha and beta belongs to V. That is abelian group. Second condition, C dot alpha plus beta is equal to C dot alpha plus C dot beta. That is distributive law. Next, C plus C dash into alpha is equal to C into alpha plus C dash into alpha. Next, CC dash into alpha is nothing but C into C dash alpha. That is, I am removing or taking these two elements in one bracket. Okay. So, last one, very easy. 1 dot alpha is nothing but alpha. So, for all alpha belongs to V and 1 belongs to F. Okay. So, here, all the elements of F, all the elements of F are called scalars. Next, all the elements of V are called vectors. Okay. So that's why scalar multiplication. Here C belongs to F, alpha belongs to V, then the scalar multiplication to the alpha. Therefore, that is scalar multiplication. Is it okay? So all the elements of F are called scalar, all the elements of V are called vectors. Okay. We usually denoted vector space over the field F is V of F. That is, V be a vector space over the field F. So field means it must satisfy all the conditions with respect to addition and with respect to multiplication. That is, it form a abelian group with respect to addition and also with respect to multiplication. That is field. Okay. So this is the definition of a vector space. Is it okay? So you must remember all 5 conditions. Here is the question. Show that the set V is equal to set of all A plus B square root of 2 such that AB belongs to Q. Means A and B must be rational number. So this set is a vector space over the field of rational numbers under the operation usual addition and scalar multiplication. Okay. So we have to show that this set must be a vector space. So what do you mean by a vector space? A set V is said to be a vector space if it satisfies 5 conditions. What are those? First condition is V comma plus must be abelian. That is, this set form an abelian group with respect to addition. Second condition is what? If I take C dot alpha plus beta, so if I get C dot alpha plus C dot beta, so where C belongs to the field, C belongs to Q and alpha and beta belongs to what? V. Next, third one is what? C plus C dash into alpha is equal to C dot alpha plus C dash dot alpha. C into alpha plus C dash into alpha. Okay. So fourth one is C dash into alpha is equal to C into taking bracket to these two elements. Okay. So that is associative law, like that. So last one is 1 dot alpha is equal to alpha itself, where 1 belongs to F and alpha belongs to V. Here alpha, beta, gamma are all belongs to V, and C dash are all belongs to the what? Field Q. Rational numbers. Okay. So this is the set A plus B root 2. Set that A comma B belongs to Q. So for these 5 conditions, we must have 3 elements. For that I am choosing alpha, beta, gamma belongs to V. So belongs to V means what? Alpha is in the form A plus B root 2. Beta also is in the form A plus B root 2. And gamma is also in the form A plus B into root 2. So here alpha is in the form, say I am taking A1 plus B1 root 2, where A1, B1 belongs to Q. And beta is in the form A2 plus B2 root 2. So which is also in the form, which is same, A plus B. I am just changing in place of A and B, A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3. Okay. So here gamma is A3 plus B3 root 2. Here A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, comma. So these are all belongs to the rational number Q. Is it okay? So these are 3 elements, alpha, beta, gamma. So let us start with first condition. Let's check the first condition. For that, we must define vector addition. Here, with respect to usual addition and scalar multiplications. So here I am taking usual addition means here, what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is what? Alpha is A1 plus B1 root 2. Plus beta is A2 plus B2 root 2. So take A1, A2, that is A1 plus A2 plus remaining elements is B1 plus B2. For these two elements, root 2 is common. So I am writing this. So that is, if I add alpha and beta, which is A1 plus A2 plus B1 plus B2 into root 2. So that is a vector addition, usual addition. Next, scalar multiplication is scalar multiplication. Here, C dot alpha. So what is C dot alpha? C is a scalar. So that is all the elements of a field. Here field is what? Q. So that is scalar. Dot, what is alpha? Alpha is A1 plus B1 root 2. So for that, multiply C within the bracket, C dot A1, CA1 plus CB1 root 2. That's it. So this is the 2 binary operation. So with respect to this operation, we have to show that this set becomes a vector space. So I am choosing the first one. So first condition, V comma plus must be an abelian group. So for that, I am rub the question. Okay. So first, abelian group. Start with abelian group. First one. So V comma plus abelian. Abelian means what? We have to check first one. So in that A, B, C, D, E. So first one, closure. Closure law. Second one, associative law. Third one, identity. Next, inverse. Inverse law. Last one, commutative law. Okay. So first, closure law. For that, for all alpha comma beta belongs to V, alpha plus beta is also belongs to V. This is the closure law. For all alpha beta belongs to V, their sum must be in the given set. Okay. So for that, alpha plus beta is equal to what? What is alpha? A1 plus B1 root 2 plus what is beta? A2 plus B2 root 2. So adding these two, we get what? A1 plus A2 plus B1 plus B2 root 2. So that is A1 plus A2 plus B1 plus B2 root 2. So which is also in the form A plus B root 2. A plus B root 2. So therefore which is in the form A plus B root 2. So it is clearly belongs to the set V. Okay. So therefore for all alpha beta belongs to V, alpha plus beta belongs to V. So because alpha plus beta is in the form of A plus B root 2. Next. So what is associative law? For all alpha, beta, gamma belongs to V, what we have to show? We show that alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma. Okay, so this is we have to show. For that, take LHS and show that RHS is also same. So now I am taking here to show that associative law. So alpha plus beta plus gamma. I am taking LHS first. So what is alpha? A1 plus B1 root 2 plus beta is A2 plus B2 root 2. So take within one bracket plus gamma is A3 plus B3 root 2. Okay. So first simplify the within the bracket elements. So here addition of two elements is what? A1 plus A2 plus what? B1 plus B2 root 2. So take these first, then B1, B2 next. So now plus what? Plus A3 plus B3 root 2. So here, see A1 plus A2 plus A3. So take those in first coordinate. Next, sorry, A1 plus A2. So take A1 plus A2 plus A3. So we get what? A1 plus A2 plus A3. Next what? B1 plus B2 plus B3 for that root 2. Okay. So you can make this as or take RHS in one side. A1 plus A2 plus A3, B1 plus B2 plus B3. Take RHS alpha plus beta plus gamma. From this, what is alpha? Alpha is A1 plus B1 root 2. Next, what is beta? A2 plus B2 root 2 plus what is gamma? A3 plus B3 root 2. So first simplify the within the bracket elements, that is A1 plus B1 root 2. Okay. Now here take A2, A3 one side, that is A2 plus A3. Here is the plus sign. Plus B2 plus B3 root 2 is common for both. So now add this A1. Take A one side, A1 plus A2 plus A3. Next, removing this A1 plus A2 plus A3, that is A2 plus A3 plus what? B1 plus B1 plus B2 plus B3 root 2. So removing these brackets, B1 root 2 is there. So therefore, so what we get from this? A1 plus A2 plus A3. A1, writing here, A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus B1 plus B2 plus B3 into root 2. So this is also same like just removing A1 plus A2 plus A3. So here B1 plus B2 plus B3 into root 2. So both are looking same. So LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore associative law holds. Is it okay? So just take LHS separate and RHS separate and show both are same. Okay. So next, identity. Next, identity law. So for that identity law, what is that identity element? For all alpha belongs to B, there exists additive identity. Additive identity. Say 0. What is that 0? 0 must be in the form of a plus b root 2. So 0 plus 0 root 2, then it is in the form of a plus b root 2, then it belongs to B. Additive identity, which is also belongs to B, such that, so what is that identity law? Alpha plus 0 or 0 plus alpha is equal to alpha itself. So for all alpha belongs to B, there exists additive identity such that this is important. So 0 plus 0 root 2 such that alpha plus 0 is equal to 0 plus alpha, which is equal to alpha. Okay. So if I take alpha plus 0, alpha is a1 plus b1 root 2 and 0 is 0 plus 0 root 2. If I add these two, then we get alpha itself. So that is the identity. Next, inverse law. What is the inverse law? For all alpha belongs to B, there exists additive inverse. There exists additive inverse, say minus alpha. So what is that minus alpha? Minus of a1 plus b1 root 2. That is minus a1 plus of minus b1 root 2 belongs to B. Such that alpha plus of minus alpha, which is equal to 0. What is that 0? 0 is additive identity. 0 plus 0 root 2. Is it okay? So that is inverse law. So just write in the exam, for all alpha belongs to B, there exists a minus alpha which is also belongs to B, such that alpha plus of minus alpha is equal to 0. Where 0 is 0 plus 0 root 2. Therefore, inverse law is satisfied. Okay. Next, last, commutative law. So next, commutative law. For that, you must show the commutative law. What is that commutative law says? For all alpha comma beta belongs to B, alpha plus beta is equal to beta plus alpha. For all alpha comma beta belongs to B, we have alpha plus beta is equal to beta plus alpha. Consider LHS. So LHS is what? Alpha plus beta. So what is alpha? What is alpha? A1 plus B1 root 2. A1 plus B1 root 2. Plus beta is A2 plus B2 root 2. So what is that? A1 plus A2. Take A1, A2 one side and next one A1 plus A2. Next one B1 plus B2 root 2. So root 2 is common for both. So taking outside. So take A1 plus A2 has A2 plus A1 and B1 plus B2 has B2 plus B1 root 2. Why? A1 plus A2 becomes A2 plus A1 because A1, A2 belongs to rational number. Rational number is a field. Therefore, commutative law holds in rational number because it is a field. Next, take what is A2 plus A1 plus B2 plus B1 root 2. A2 plus B2 root 2. Separate those plus A1 plus B1 root 2. So, A2 plus B2 root 2 means what? Beta. A1 plus B1 root 2 means alpha. So, if I take alpha plus beta, we get beta plus alpha. So, you can also show like this, LHS is equal to this one. Take like this, LHS is 1. Next, take RHS separate and mark as 2. From 1 on 2, we conclude that LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, commutative law holds. You can write like this also. Okay. So, here, this condition is over. B comma plus is an abelian group is over. Next, we must satisfy remaining condition. What are those? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, these 4 conditions. So, first, I start with C into alpha plus beta. Second condition. So, which is equal to C dot alpha plus C dot beta. So, now, next for second condition, here consider LHS. LHS is equal to what? C dot alpha plus beta. So, C dot, what is alpha? A1 plus B1 root 2. Plus what is beta? A2 plus B2 root 2. So, first simplify within the bracket values, that is take A1, A2 one side, A1 plus A2 plus b1 plus b2. Root 2 is common for b1 and b2, so take outside. So now multiply c within the bracket, c into a1 plus a2 plus c into b1 plus b2 root 2. So this becomes what? ca1 plus ca2. Okay. Here cb1 plus cb2 root 2. Just multiply c within the brackets. So now take ca1 plus cb1 root 2. ca1 cb1 root 2 is there. Next plus ca2 plus cb2 into root 2. Okay. So here c is common. So I am taking c outside because c is there, c is there. So a1 plus b1 root 2. Here also I have c. So therefore c is outside, a2 plus b2 root 2. Okay. So this is equal to c. What is this one? Alpha. C dot. What is this one? Beta. So we get RHS. I am taking LHS and I obtain RHS. So first take in place of alpha a1 plus b1 root 2, in place of beta a2 plus b2 root 2. First take a1 and a2 one side and b1 b2 other side. So c and then multiply c within the bracket, c into a1 plus a2 plus c into b1 plus b2 root 2. So now multiply c within the bracket, ca1 plus ca2 plus cb1 cb2 into root 2. So now just I am choosing ca1 cb1 one side and ca2 cb2 one side. From this c is common, from this is also c is common. We remain with c alpha plus c beta. Is it okay? So this is over. Next condition, c plus c dash into alpha. So now I am taking here, that is the third condition. What is that third condition? So third condition is c plus c dash into alpha is equal to c dot alpha plus c dash alpha. Okay. So take LHS, c plus c dash into alpha. So c plus c dash into alpha is what? Alpha is a1 plus b1 root 2. Okay. So a1 plus b1 root 2. Next. So multiply c plus c dash within the bracket, c plus c dash into what? a1 plus c plus c dash into b1 root 2 within the bracket. I multiply c plus c dash. So now multiply a1 within ca1 plus c dash a1. Here cb1 plus c dash b1 root 2. So for this root 2 is common, b1 root 2. So now for c dot alpha, for that c dot alpha, alpha means a1 plus b1 root 2. For that take this one and this one with root 2 one side. That is ca1 plus cb1 root 2. Okay. Next c dash a1 remaining c dash b1 root 2. Okay. So here c is common. Here c dash is common. So that is, if I take c common, a1 plus b1 root 2. If I take c dash common, we remain with a1 plus b1 root 2. That is c into what is this one? Alpha plus c dash into alpha. So c dot alpha plus c dash into alpha. That is RHS. Yeah. Which one? Third condition. Is it clear? So this is third condition. Third condition is also over. Next, what about fourth? Here I am taking fourth condition, c dash into alpha, which is equal to c into c dash alpha. So for that, consider LHS c dash into alpha, which is equal to c dash into alpha is what? Alpha is a1 plus b1 root 2. So c dash take within the bracket, c dash into a1 plus c dash into b1 root 2. So this becomes what? Here c is common. So take c dash a1. So take these two within the bracket, and here also take c dash b1 within the bracket. Why I am taking here for RHS, we must have C separate for that. So why C dash A1 becomes C into C dash A1? Because associative law satisfied in Q. Q is a field. So here, what is the common? Here C is common, C is common. So take common C dash A1 plus C dash B1. So here C into C dash is also common. We remain with, here B1 root 2 is there. We remain with what? Here we remain with C into C dash A1 plus C dash B1 root 2. So here C dash is common. So A1, here is C dash, here is C dash. So A1 plus B1 root 2. So therefore C into C dash, what is A1 plus B1 root 2? Alpha. So we get C into C dash alpha. Is it okay? So this is the fourth condition. Last very easy condition, simple condition, that is 1 dot alpha is equal to alpha. For that take 1 dot alpha. So 1 dot, what is alpha? A1 plus B1 root 2. Which is equal to what? 1 dot A1. Take 1 within the bracket. 1 dot B1 root 2. So which is equal to 1 dot A1 is A1. 1 dot B1 is A1. A1 root 2. So that is alpha itself. Is it okay? So that is the last condition. So the given V, the set V, satisfy all the 5 conditions. Therefore, this V, the set of all A plus B root 2, where AB belongs to Q, satisfy all the 5 conditions. Therefore, which is a vector space over the field Q. So V be a vector space over the field. And V is equal to A plus B root 5, where A comma B belongs to Q. Show that it is a vector space over the field of rationals. Here is also another question, say A plus B root 3, where AB belongs to R. That is, we show that this is a vector space which form a vector space over the field of reals. So these two are similar to previous one. In the previous one, we have A plus B root 2. Is it right? So just change in place of root 2. For this question root 5, for this question root 3. That's it. Okay.